Hi, my name is Vanessa van Dijk, and in this video I will show you how to use the Ordinary Argireline Solution 10%. Argireline is a peptide ingredient that should help us to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, especially those that come from smiling, frowning and other facial expressions. It apparently works by calming the muscles under the skin, making the surface look smoother and more youthful. And this makes it worth a try for those of you looking for a non-invasive way to keep the skin looking smoother without turning to procedures like injections. It also contains propandiol, which ensures the effective delivery of the ingredient and keeps the skin hydrated, plump and subtle. It is also free from alcohol, fragrances and essential oils. Now this is a water-based serum. It has a very lightweight texture that absorbs quickly into the skin, making it suitable for all skin types, including those with oily and acne-prone skin. And you can use it in your morning and or evening skincare routine. Now, when including it in your skincare routine and you're thinking of using it along other skincare products, there are certain products you cannot use it with, as the peptides are sensitive to an acidic environment, which may make them lose their benefits or, in the worst case, cause skin sensitivities. So let's have a look. Now at the top, you have a little box describing the problem that can occur, along with a sentence on how I recommend using them instead and a bit more information depending on the product used. So first up, we have leave-on-exfoliating acids, which means acid formulations you leave on the skin like certain AHAs. And popular examples include glycolic, lactic or mandelic acids, or BHA, salicylic acid. Don't use them in the same routine, but on alternate days. Or use the Argireline solution in the morning and the acid in the evening. The same applies to potent AHA and or BHA exfoliating acid masks. Because they are left on the skin for around 10 minutes, they temporarily reduce the pH too much, and when then the peptide serum is layered immediately afterward, it may lose its benefits. Then we have azelaic acid. Although it has a slightly higher pH, it may still be an issue, so for optimal results, don't use them in the same routine. Next, we have vitamin C. The derivatives are usually fine as the pH is higher, but I recommend paying close attention to ascorbic acid formulations. So if your product contains that ingredient, then I recommend being cautious and not using them in the same routine. And last up, we have the resveratrol and ferulic acid. The concern here is that they can potentially interact with each other, reducing their effectiveness or causing irritation. And that's it for the conflicts. Now I want to head into the example skincare routines so that you have a proper morning and evening skincare routine in mind, as well as what else can be beneficial to use along with it. Just quickly, at the top are the routine's benefits, underneath are the products in the correct order of application, and below that the product directions on how I recommend using the products for best results. As always, you get started with your cleanser in the morning, ideally a non-exfoliating acid cleanser, and then pat the skin dry. After that, you can include the Ordinary Argireline Solution. It's the first step since it's a water-based serum and it has a very light texture which absorbs quickly into the skin. Then I've added 4 additional serums. We have hyaluronic acid for extra hydration, niacinamide if you want to reduce oiliness and blemishes, alpha-butane for targeting surface hyperpigmentation, and a vitamin C derivative, ascorbic glucoside, for antioxidant benefits and further supporting aging and or pigmentation concerns. So choose the one most suitable for you, or simply skip the step if you do not feel the need. And lastly, the sunscreen. I've included 2 formulations, which I personally really like. They are suitable for all skin types and both are mineral-based with great ingredients. And just as a quick reminder, sunscreen is really important if you're heading outdoors, as the sun is the #1 reason for fine lines and wrinkles or generally premature aging. So protecting your skin well, especially when working with such treatments, is really important. However, if you're mostly inside and you do not have any direct sun exposure, you can of course skip it. Remember to adjust this to your personal lifestyle. Now that we have this covered, I want to share with you the evening skincare routine. Now technically you can do the morning skincare routine in the evening as well, just without your sunscreen, and then you may want to replace the sunscreen with your moisturizer if you feel the need. Or you can use the Argireline solution along other treatments, such as for example a retinol or retinoid, which would be my suggestion. So let's have a look at this. So the first step would be cleansing the face with one of the recommended cleansers. For sunscreen and makeup removal, use the Ordinary Squalane cleanser on its own or in a double cleanse. So the Squalane cleanser as the first step, followed by one of their water-based cleansers to remove any remaining impurities. Or if you're just removing lightweight impurities such as dirt, oil and sweat from the skin, you can use the Glucoside foaming cleanser or the glycolipid cream cleanser. Then pat the skin dry and apply the Argireline solution. wait a minute for it to absorb, and then apply the retinol or retinoid serum. And then you can stop right there or follow with an additional moisturizer suitable for your skin type. The one I've included is suitable for all skin types. Remember that the routines you just saw can be downloaded from the description box below this video, and then you can use them as a guide. But now I want to share with you the application, and I'm going to recreate my morning skincare routine. So the first step is going to be cleansing the face. For this I'm going to use the Ordinary Glucoside Foaming Cleanser to remove excess oil, dirt and sweat from the skin. But before we are going to do that, we need to make sure that our hands are clean to avoid the transfer of bacteria and other impurities to the skin. So let's do that. Begin by wetting your hands with clean running water. Then take a bit of your favorite soap, lather it between your hands, and then scrub your hands for a minimum of 20 seconds, ensuring coverage between fingers and under nails. Rinse thoroughly with clean water. Finally, take a clean towel and pat dry. Then wet your face with warm water. Next, dispense a small amount of the cleanser onto the palm of your hand or fingers. Rub it between your hands. Then apply it evenly over your face and neck and massage for about 15 to 30 seconds. Rinse well with warm water. And if you're at the sink, you can use a soft, clean microfiber washcloth as a helper. Wet the washcloth. Squeeze it out so that it's damp. Then swipe it all over the face to help remove any remaining impurities of your cleanser, sunscreen or makeup. If you've used the washcloth, then rinse again several times, making sure the face is clean. Lastly, pat the skin dry with a clean towel. After cleansing and patting the skin dry, you're ready to move on to the Ordinary Argireline Solution 10%. And there are two ways on how you can apply it. Either apply it all over your face or only onto the areas of concern. And I'm going to demonstrate both methods, allowing you to choose the one that suits your needs the most. And remember, you can find a detailed guide on the recommended amount in my PowerPoint example routines. Method 1. Applying the Argireline solution all over your face and neck. Dispense 7 to 10 drops into the palm of your hand. Rub your hands together to distribute the serum. Then apply it evenly over your face, avoiding the eyelids and lips. You can include the neck if desired. Method 2. Applying the Argireline solution only to areas of concern. Dispense a few drops into the palm of your hand. Dip your fingers into the serum. Then apply it directly to areas of concern, such as your forehead and around the eye contour. In both methods, leave the solution on the skin without washing it off, and then you can stop right here or follow up with an additional non-conflicting serum as suggested in my PowerPoint, or immediately move on to your moisturizer if you feel the need. And remember to use sunscreen during the daytime. Now in this example I'm going to include the Ordinary Hyaluronic Acid 2% plus B5, which provides long-lasting hydration throughout the day, and it's a great fit for any skincare routine. To use the hyaluronic acid serum, dispense 3 to 5 drops onto the palm of your hand or fingertips. Rub your hands or fingertips together to distribute the serum. Then apply it evenly over your face and neck, avoiding the eyelids and lips. Leave it on the skin and do not wash it off. Now, since this is my morning skincare routine and I plan to head outdoors later on, I will apply sunscreen on top. And I'm going to use NIOD Survival 20, which is a fantastic mineral-based sunscreen that I can highly recommend. For even and optimal sun protection, use about 1/3 teaspoon for the face and neck. If you're including a bit of your décolletage, use up to half a teaspoon. Dispense the amount onto your hand and your fingers. Rub together to distribute the product. Then apply it evenly over the exposed areas, taking the time to blend it into your skin thoroughly. Of course, leave it on the skin and do not wash it off. As you've just seen, I've applied sunscreen around the eyes. However, if you're sensitive in that area, or you do not want to use it around the eyes, or the directions tell you not to use it around the eyes, then I recommend wearing sunglasses with UV protection instead. And remember, if you're using a chemical sunscreen, to wait another 10 to 15 minutes before heading outdoors to allow it to set properly. This waiting time also applies if you're planning on using makeup on top. So allowing a few minutes ensures that the sunscreen can set properly and to maintain optimal protection. Now I hope that you enjoyed this video, that you could learn something new. Thanks so much for watching and happy skincaring.